follows the micro and macroeconomic conditions as discussed by Dr. Emil in the HBS case study in India 2012, the challenges of governance, as well as the level of endowments and the effectiveness of its use. The second section looks at low-effort, high-impact leverage points in the domestic development system. These leverage points reinforce one another and collectively set in motion sustainable economic development. The goal of these policy and development initiatives is improve regional economies that develop locally and eventually affect the macro economy. The third phase of our systemic perspective forecasts the competitive environment of India following the initiation of our leverage points. In this phase, the regional success influence and reinforce the national economy, which in turn attracts new endowments. The final segment traces India's political history and major destabilizing events. The purpose of our strategy in regional versus national. The purpose of our strategy is to look for simple solutions that yield big results. Due to bureaucratic delays, corruption, and big industry pushback, we decided a regional approach to be the most effective strategy in the long run. As Dr. Kapoor discussed in his class lecture, there are vast discrepancies across the Indian states. The problems of a rural state cannot be solved with the remedies for a developed state. To be successful, we must divide and conquer. Simple solutions such as deploying literacy tutors to rural areas or prosecuting corruption more vigorously will have significant impacts. Larger issues such as development can also be tackled locally and expanded to surrounding areas. With regional commitments, the country can unite itself structurally from within. These initiatives will create industry clusters such as road paving, excavation, bridge building, engineering. These clusters will achieve operational efficiencies, economies of scale, process innovations, and eventually increase foreign direct investment. Social welfare is another core aspect of our strategy. Establishing regional clinics for baseline preventative medical care will thwart premature deaths and spread basic disease prevention methods to rural villages. As with any new development strategy, there is the possibility of unintended consequences. Although we aim to minimize negative outcomes, local corruption and uneven distribution of resources is always a possibility. The transition from rural poverty to a developing economy will always attract arbitrageurs. Main aspects of the implementation plan. Start locally and lobby nationally. As depicted, our aim is to achieve local success in basic education and healthcare, and leverage those achievements to gain funding for regional development. As local development increases, region-to-region infrastructure will be developed. In our vision, these clusters of development will gain national recognition and funding to tackle the larger national development issues. Hope you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you.